without pain, you can't have joy. So I just, without suffering, you can't have the joy either. I just thought that was relatable there.
Yeah, yeah. It seemed like, I mean, like, I think, people don't look at suffering as good. We look at
Hmm.
something that, it's bad, but, from what I understand, we need it I don't know how to explain it, but it's not bad. It's not all bad. There's reasons to our suffering and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, there's a lot of studies done that, relate challenge level and ability to one another. So if your challenge, or your
Yeah,
suffering is far higher than what you're capable of handling, that's where you might be set up to fail, right? But if you have a healthy level of struggle meeting your ability, you have that nice linear growth there, right? And it's going to make you
yeah,
grow out of it, because how boring would it be if there was nothing challenging in our lives?
yeah.
I actually
What
was
was
listening.
like more? No, I
No,
was
go
gonna
ahead.
ask, like, what was challenging for you when you hit the stage?
Gosh, the stage was the easy part. The stage was so easy. It was
Yeah.
so fun. So fun. Yeah, my coach really, I mean, she got me ready. Like I felt great. She took care of all of the what to eat, what to drink, what like when are you waking up, everything. I just had to show up and be me. And it was so like that was the easy part. But getting there, it was that last 8 weeks. I did a 20-week prep. That last 8 weeks was tough just mentally. I had
Mm.
nothing, and you have to somehow find everything to give, especially teaching. It was so hard to go to work and be like smiling and energized. And I would be like, oh gosh, I don't remember what I'm teaching right now because my brain fog was so intense. But you just have to ignore it. And that was tough, like being so deprived,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then waking up
I
and
mean, I could imagine.
yeah.
No, no, I was saying I could imagine, like, you doing that, and you on prep, and
Hmm.
you got to deal with all those students and stuff. Like, how many students that you deal with, like, in your class?
I had 20 last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is pretty, I would say pretty normal. But it was, you want to give them everything. Like they show up and they think you are so cool at that age, and they want to learn. Like they are so excited to come in there. And then I'm getting up at 3 in the morning to do my cardio, and I don't want to show up and be cranky, right? But I was like, I'm hungry, I'm so hungry and so tired, but like you just have to turn it off. And they're so sweet. They were so amazing. They were so patient. They just like little goldfish just looked at me and just
Mm,
waited. They just waited. And I think I actually learned a lot about patience from them last year because of that experience.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. So we could just look at your you in competing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So how many, like when you was on stage, how many competitors
Oh
that you was competing with?
gosh, I think there are 10 in my true novice, maybe 10 girls in true novice.
Yeah.
I want to say 12 girls in novice and like 12 or 15 in open. And I think I scored like I think I was fifth, and fifth, something like that. Um,
Mm,
I was happy. I was in the top five, so like I was not mad about it for a debut. And just Sandy was the head coach, and she's just like, get bigger. I was like,
yeah.
can
What
do.
what you uh, what did you need to improve? Like like did the judge tell you you had to get bigger?
Yeah, bigger. She wants more delts and more glutes, and I was
Can you
like,
hear me?
oh yeah, I think I was
Oh,
muted. Sorry.
oh,
Yeah, Sandy was saying just bigger delts and bigger glutes. Sandy was head coach. She was great, really, really lovely to meet her. I was really lucky she was the head judge at my first show. Um, so we're just taking the time to grow. It's fun. I love
oh.
a shoulder workout, so I'm not mad about it. Some of those girls, if you got to
Okay,
see
that's cool.
the video footage of it, they got some good tie-ins. Some
Yeah. Now, is bikini like something that you want to just stick with, or you want to do something else, like go to another division?
I had actually started as an OCB wellness girl, and my coach was like, if your heart is in
Okay.
it, go for it. But she's like, but you're like right now you're not going to stack up. And I was like, my heart is not in it. I don't know anything. Tell me, teach me, please. And so I shifted into bikini 2 years ago, and I like it. I just like the aesthetic. Like I love the whole package of it. You know, I feel like bikini is it is a more subjective division. There's some judges want to see more citrations, less citrations. Like some want to see the hair, the makeup, the glam. I just think it's so fun. I'm not a like you
Yeah.
can tell I don't do makeup, like very natural girl. Uh, but with that, I mean, it takes 2 hours for hair and makeup, and it's so girly, and you have your nails done, and it's fun. I really enjoyed that division.
Yeah. Do you think it's expensive for you? Like do with your last show, or what? It
It's
wasn't too much of a big deal.
it's costly for sure, and on a teacher salary, it can
Yeah.
be costly. So picking up, I remember I picked up a second job for a year before because I tried to handle like
Mm,
multiple jobs during prep, and I had to quit my second job. Um, So like I would
mm,
say for anyone who really wants to get into it, it's worth investing in, but definitely budget appropriately in your off season because those fees, for registration and the suit, all of the supplies and travel fees, it adds up very quickly.
yeah. Yeah. Let me see if it won't. Okay. From struggle we gain strength, and he says, "Why do they need bigger delts and glutes in bikini? You might as well be in figure."
Maybe with the old bikini standards, because now if you look at the new standards, they've actually the NPC is added in the fit model, which is like, I think a great
Yeah.
business move for people in right. Um,
Yeah.
But figure is going to be more like one, they're leaner. Figure is much leaner than bikini. Bikini, I think, is arguably like a softer look, but bikini is also looking for the bigger delts and bigger glutes because it's also going to tighten that waist and give you more of that hourglass shape.
Yeah.
Figure, they're looking for those big old lats, right? I mean, they still have great
Yeah.
legs, but big, bigger. It's like that. What is that? The Dorito, right? Like that
Mhm.
Dorito look. Whereas bikini's more like the hourglass. At least
Yeah,
from what
I'm still
right?
learning with the bodybuilding. Yeah, I'm still learning with the
Yeah.
oh jeez.
No, we're always learning every day.
Yeah, I'm still learning with it. I went to yeah, I went to a show not too long ago, and I was talking with somebody sitting next to me, and they were like a bikini pro transitioning
Yeah.
into figure,
Yeah.
and yeah, I noticed that the bikini competitors they get more bigger and stuff. They're not like they were
Yeah.
like fit model before fit
Oh yeah.
model. So
Yeah. They've
they,
had to
they
like
yeah.
they're still kind of changing that division because people
No,
bikini like what
yeah,
is it? Because the terms of it are so
yeah,
loose. So I mean a lot of people are like, well, what exactly is it? So I think Fit Model was kind of a great introduction because it was like, well, it's not this because this needs to be its own division. So it was great, I think, to add that back in or add that like that beach bikini look in.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it has people talking a lot.
Mhm.
That there's people that don't like it at all. For
Yeah.
some reason, that people hate it. Oh, this is a trash division. And it's like people that really like that's really into women bodybuilding and stuff.
Hmm.
So so.
I mean, at the end of the
But
day,
that's good that.
right?
Not go ahead.
I
Go
just
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I mean, it's a business, gets more people talking about bodybuilding, gets more exposure, gets more girls, women able to compete earlier on, see if they like it before investing,
Yeah.
the growth into it. I think it's a great way to get people into the sport to see if it's for them.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah. I mean, it don't seem bad. I mean, I've been to I've been to like I said before, I've been to a recent show and they had fit model, bikini, and wellness, and
Yeah.
I think they're like more slimmer. That's the thing.
Yeah. Definitely more of like a that beachy, like muscular, but not too muscular look. I mean, some of these pro bikini girls are, I mean, they're massive, right? They have so much mass on them. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Do you pay attention to other divisions like besides bikini or fit model?
I like to watch them all. My coach was competing in junior nats.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
I like to watch them all. My coach was at junior nats in Chattanooga a couple months ago. I think like 6 weeks ago, maybe. And I sat through the whole show. I mean, I think the figure girls are really cool. I do really like to watch figure. I think their suits are neat. Their posing's neat. They're big, and that's always fun. Like, I mean, you just look at them; they're all big. You know, um, I feel like sometimes with bikini and
yeah,
wellness, again, because it's so subjective, especially down in bikini, it's like there's just it's oversaturated sometimes at some shows, whereas with not as many
yeah,
women lean
yeah,
towards figure. So like those girls, a lot of them are big, and it's fun to watch.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing is with me, it'd be like like the many classes in bikini to a point like you just want somebody to win already.
Oh, I know you're like one to
Yeah,
watch. Do you
yeah.
have a favorite?
I mean, huh?
Do you have a favorite division, like one that you think is cooler than the others?
Do I have a favorite? That's a good question. Before I used to like women's bodybuilding, but I don't know
Hmm.
if I could say I have like a favorite division. I I I like whoever. I don't know if that makes sense. Like there's women that's in bikini. They they look nice, and there's women that in figure that's appealing to me. I mean, it depends. Like, it depends who it is, the competitors. I'm not like so focused on like I would say the sport. Like, I like who comes with the package, if it makes
Hmm.
sense.
No, I get you. I got you.
Yeah, yeah. Like, like with people that do they understand you competing?
Uh, a little. It's interesting because like a lot of people will be like, "Oh, well, why are you eating that?" Or, "Oh, like I had my meal prep the other day at work." And people are like, "Oh, are you competing again?" I'm like, "Nope, just I follow a meal plan, make sure my body gets what it needs." They're like, "Oh, I can never be that disciplined." I'm like, "That's fine. Like, I like to eat the same thing because I know I'm gonna get exactly what I need. Be energized and reach my goals, and like no judgment if that's not for you. Like, so I feel like going through prep though, I think I really did see like who's gonna not care and who's just gonna let me do my thing versus like who doesn't like it.
Yeah,
Because when you're not going out to eat, you're not drinking, you kind of like a lot of your habits change after prep, and you kind of see like who likes that lifestyle and who is like, eh. Um, so I don't know if people get it, but I think the people in my life respect it because they're like, that works for you, and what I do works for me, and that's the kind of people I want to be around.
yeah. Would you say you have like support, like was there people that attended your shows?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I have probably the most supportive friend group in the world. I'm so blessed. I had people come down to Orlando to see me, even if they just drove down, saw the show, and drove home. My partner's family, some of them came out to see me. I was getting lots of text and love from friends who were, back in Atlanta. Um, so I would say I have a lot of support, like people who knew me from high school, even who remembered like how unhealthy my sport was for me in high school, and they're like, I see you're going through with this, and you have a coach, and I'm proud of you. just like things like that where it's just like, wow, I haven't talked to you in years, and like this is so kind. So I think it was a lot of people looked at it and thought it was, exciting. Um,
Yeah,
I appreciated that a lot.
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it was a really like great experience judging.
I was the judging is changing as the division evolves. Yeah, that's his thing. He noticed he noticed that he talks about that a lot, and then he bodybuilding isn't meant for everybody. You have to be willing to make sacrifices and be disciplined.
Uh,
Like what would you say? What's the sacrifices you made?
Gosh, I mean, it's hard to call them sacrifices, because I feel like that entails giving something up and suffering. But like everything
Yeah,
I did, it was I'm choosing to do this. I'm choosing to be uncomfortable because I want to bring a certain package to stage. So it nothing really felt like a sacrifice. It was just like, oh, this kind of sucks today, but like I'm doing this to myself because I want something. It was almost just like an investment. Didn't really feel like a
mm,
sacrifice. It was an intentional choice to invest in myself. Um, like some of the habits
yeah,
I formed, I stopped drinking. So I didn't have any alcohol for 20 weeks, and then coming out of prep, I was like, don't really want to.
mm,
I might have a glass of wine every now and then, but like, don't really drink. During prep, I'd be like, man, I really want like, I'm stressed. I want pizza night on Friday, but it was like, I don't need a pizza. Like, I don't want to choose to eat something because I'm stressed. I want it, to honor my goals. And if I want a pizza, like, I want to eat it because I want pizza, not because I'm stressed. So it was really like just kind of changing how I processed like certain situations, you know?
yeah. Like something was coming to me. Would you think like at a certain point, part of bodybuilding is like fasting?
Uh, Explain that.
Like like some people like I don't know like they they eat they don't eat certain amount of periods or something like
Yeah.
that, and prep it is like you have to stay away from certain foods and
Mhm.
stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
that's where the crankiness and all that type of stuff. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there, but it,
Yeah.
it kind of seems similar in a way. I don't know.
Yeah. There's like a lot of, I think, different fitness journeys or challenges, like
Yeah,
this I've hard where you abstain from certain things. I think like our bodies are so capable and our minds are so capable. We just have to convince it. I can't remember who it was, some famous CrossFit coach that I was obsessed with years ago, but it had to do with wall balls. And he said, if you're doing wall balls and every rep you do it, you're like, this is hard, your body's going to respond differently than if every rep you do it, you're like, okay, I can do it. This is mine. I got it. Like that mental talk changes how our body reacts. And so I think with any kind of fitness thing, whether it's bodybuilding or Pilates or just a diet, if you train your brain, our brains it's neuroplasticity, right? Like our brains can change. Like we can change the way we approach a hard situation. So like
yeah,
abstaining from have to be hard. Like it can just be a practice, and if anything, like you
yeah,
make any daily practice, it gets easier, right? Have you ever done any kind of fasting or
yeah.
like
Well, like
that?
um, that's a good question. I mean, maybe have I ever done a fasting? I tried to be a vegetarian years ago, like
How'd that go?
and yeah, but the thing was, I did it because of health reasons. You
Yeah.
know, because I was like in my 20s, and I went to go to get a checkup, and the doctor was telling me like, for somebody your age, your cholesterol is very high,
Yeah.
and so I think immediately that kind of like had me thinking like I gotta start eating better. But even when I was doing it, I didn't know what I was doing.
Mm.
I would kind of like drop everything like chicken and meat, and I started getting real skinny, and
Mm.